You can win every argument in your head and still lose the day. You can rehearse every conversation to perfection and still say nothing when it matters. You can live entire lifetimes behind your eyes while your real life waits untouched. This is a story about the prison you built without noticing. A prison with walls made of thoughts, bars made of what-ifs, and a warden that sounds exactly like you. It's about the world you live in that no one else can see. The silent universe inside your skull where fear grows, ego swells, and everything feels personal even when it's not. You replay conversations that happened 3 years ago. You rehearse apologies for things you haven't done yet. You build futures that only exist for a moment, then grieve them like they were real. Some days you feel massive, untouchable, like you're the protagonist in a story everyone is paying attention to. You rehearse the victory speech. You imagine applause. You can almost taste the moment you're finally recognized. Other days you feel microscopic, forgettable, like you could disappear for a week and the world wouldn't blink, like you're an extra in everyone else's movie. And here's the trap. Both extremes are isolating. Whether you feel too big or too small, you're still alone, still trapped inside your head, building castles and graves out of the same material, thoughts no one else will ever witness. You think people are watching you, judging you, keeping score. But the truth is, nobody is thinking about you as much as you think they are. Not because you don't matter, but because they're trapped inside their heads too. You're not egotistical. You're terrified of being irrelevant. You're not paranoid. You're exhausted from performing for an audience that isn't even there. You're not overthinking because you're broken. You're overthinking because you believe that if you can solve everything in your mind first, then maybe, just maybe, you'll be safe in the real world. But the real world doesn't wait for you to be ready. It doesn't care about the script you wrote or the version of yourself you practiced in the mirror. The perfect version of you in your head? That person doesn't exist. And the failure you're terrified of becoming? That person doesn't exist either. You've been living between two illusions, and both of them have kept you locked inside. Here's what nobody tells you. The way out isn't through more thinking. It's through less. Not because thinking is wrong, but because somewhere along the way, you stopped seeing thoughts as thoughts and started seeing them as reality. Your anxiety about tomorrow isn't tomorrow. Your regret about yesterday isn't yesterday. They both exist in one place, your mind, while life moves quietly somewhere else. And your ego, the part of you that swings between I'm everything and I'm nothing, isn't your enemy. It's just scared. It's a voice that learned to protect you by making everything about you, by placing you at the center of every look, every silence, every moment. But protection slowly became a prison.
Most people are too busy worrying about themselves to judge you. The spotlight you feel isn't real. The audience you're performing for isn't watching. You've been rehearsing for a play no one bought tickets to. And the best moments of your life never happened in your head. They happened when you stopped narrating, when you laughed without analyzing the laugh, when you connected without rehearsing the connection, when you were too present to perform. You built an identity around your thoughts, around being the overthinker, the analyzer, the one who must prepare for every outcome. But who are you without the noise? That's what scares you. The silence. Because in silence, there's no character to play and no story to defend. But who you are isn't in your thoughts. It's in the space between them. You don't have to be larger than life. You don't have to disappear. You don't have to impress anyone, and you don't have to hide from everyone. You just have to stop building worlds in your head and step into the one that already exists. The one where you're allowed to be ordinary, human, unevaluated. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who notices them. You are not the voice in your head. You are the awareness listening to it. You're not trapped by your ego. You're simply outgrowing it. You're not behind. You're not ahead. You're here. And here is enough. You don't need to be remembered to matter. You don't need to win the arguments in your mind to live a meaningful life. You are the version of yourself that shows up messy, unsure, unrehearsed, and still worthy. The world inside your head will always feel louder than the world outside until you stop giving it the microphone. Nobody is watching you that closely. Nobody is judging you that harshly. And honestly, nobody gives a fuck. Not in a cruel way, in a freeing way. You're allowed to stop performing. You're allowed to stop narrating. You're allowed to just be here. The prison only exists because you keep rebuilding it. And the key has been in your hand the entire time. Echo Void. For the ones who think deeply.